Hi guys, my name is Elle and today I want to talk about my eating disorder. Wow, I never thought I would do this video at this point because I thought I would wait till it's over. But in the last few weeks, months, years, I figured out that that's probably never gonna be the case, or at least not for a while. So I'm done pushing my dreams away, or the things I want to do, like putting it off because I think it's not time yet. So I want to do this video to kind of introduce me, kind of tell you my story. If you're triggered by eating disorder stuff, obviously don't watch this video. I know a lot of people with an eating disorder are gonna watch this video. I'm gonna mention I'm not gonna mention numbers or weight or putting any pictures of myself up here. First of all, because it's gonna trigger people, and I know a lot of people are gonna watch this video because just for the sole reason to trigger themselves, because I was there. Believe me, I watched all the anorexia stories just to trigger myself. As horrible as it sounds, it's a thing. So that's why I'm not gonna mention weight or numbers or anything like that. Well, I'm gonna mention some numbers just to, I don't know, just to clarify some stuff, but I'm not gonna show pictures because first of all, I never was severely underweight, so if you're here to trigger yourself, sorry, not gonna happen. And also, disclaimer, eating disorders are a mental disorder, not a weight disorder. You are valid, doesn't matter your weight. You can be anorexic and still in a normal weight, you can be bulimic and in a normal weight, and you can be any other eating disorder and be in a normal weight range or overweight or underweight. It doesn't matter. It's a habit disorder, like your habits define your disorder, not your weight. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna start kind of at the beginning where I think it started. I'm not sure actually when it started exactly, but we're gonna go through time and end up here, I guess. So I think it all kind of started in my last year of school. I was depressed before my last year of school, like year 10 and 11 I was like depressed, but I didn't know I was depressed. I just knew I felt really shitty and down and tired. I slept a ton and I just felt horrible about myself. Like I hated myself deeply. Spoiler alert, I still do most of the time. There was year 10 and 11, I didn't really do much about it. End of year 11 I started working out more because I thought if I get healthier I will like myself more, I will like my body more, and that's gonna cure all my problems. Because that's what it was in my family. Like when you were sad or depressed or just felt shitty, it was just like, just get over yourself and do something about it. We're not a really mental health advocate family, so I never got help or anything like that. So I started working out because I thought, hey, I don't like my body, so I'm just gonna work on it and change it. Which, if you do it in a healthy mental space, that's fine. Like, go get healthier if you want to or need to. But I wasn't unhealthy. Now looking back, I ate really healthy. I ate not 80% of the time I ate healthy. Like we had chocolate and stuff and sweets always at home because my mom is really, like, she has a sweet tooth. But I didn't really reach for it as much. Like I didn't binge or anything. Like I had a healthy relationship to food. So yes, I ate normal kind of, and then I got into working out. And in my family, it was more like if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less. It never was about nutrition or anything. Like no one had any idea about that. So I found YouTube and I googled some stuff, and I found YouTubers, and I started counting calories because I thought, hey, everyone says count calories, you're gonna lose weight if you go into a deficit. And it was fine till then because I wanted to just gain some muscle, lose some fat, some baby fat I still had. At that time I was, I think, 17, 18-ish. And I was okay, like I got better. I had still, I got bullied really badly in school, but I had some friends and it was okay, it wasn't bad, like, but yeah, it was fine. And then at the beginning of year 12, I think it was, I went on vacation, kind of, like for 2 weeks. I went to Canada. I live in Germany, for people that don't know. I went to Canada, and I loved it there. I found people that I still to this day love deeply, and I was never as happy as I have been in those 2 weeks. So yes, I was really happy. I had a great relationship with food. I tried all the good things I really liked, and I didn't stress about not working out as much when I was there, and it was amazing. And then I came back to Germany, and reality hit, and I got deeply, deeply depressed. I started again self-harming a lot, and that's when, like, that was my outlet the most. Like I still calorie counted, I still worked out, but self-harm at that time was more of an outlet for myself, and no one noticed because I don't know if just my mom didn't care or she just is a very self-absorbed person or anything. Maybe she just didn't know, I don't know. But she didn't notice, no one noticed really. And I did that for a good couple of months, close to a year. And then I met, or didn't meet, but I got closer to a person that was in my life still, like before, but I got closer to that person, and I talked a lot with him about stuff, and told him like deeply personal things, and he, like, even though it sounds bad, like, even I noticed how sad it made him when I self-harmed. Like he never like got angry at me or something, like really sad. And that's when I decided to stop. So I stopped that, but only because you stop one thing, my mental health didn't get better or anything. I just needed a new outlet, and that's when the eating disorder really hit. Because self-harm, you see the scars, you see the cuts, because I did cut myself. But I started purging, like throwing up my food. In the beginning, it wasn't even about losing weight or anything. It was just about punishing myself and punishing my body, and just because I really hated myself. And I did that because you can't tell if someone throws up their food, if you're not with them all the time, and if they don't tell you, you just can't see it. So I did that, and not to, like, I don't think I have to mention, that's a horrible coping mechanism, and if you notice yourself getting into that, please get help immediately, because that was 3 years ago now, and I'm still struggling. But not to get ahead of myself. So I did that, and then, but it feels so bad, like it feels horrible doing that, and so every time I did that for like a week or 2 or 3, like throwing up 2-3 times a day. I remember I had a day where I threw up just salad and pears and apples, I think, and just things that are good for you. Like it's not like I ate like a ton of pastry, and not saying you should ever do that, but it's not like I ate unhealthy food, felt unhealthy and fat and threw up. It was just like I ate something, I nourished my body, I didn't think I deserved it, so I purged it. So that went on for like 2-3 weeks, and then I felt so horrible, because you like not only mentally, like of course I felt horrible mentally, but your body shuts down, and you can feel your body, as horrible as it sounds, you can feel it dying. Your throat hurts, you're so weak, you're dizzy every time you stand up, and I don't think it's mentioned enough in when talking about eating disorders. Of course, everyone tells you, hey, you can die from this, but no one tells you your throat hurts, your nails get brittle, your hair falls out, your gums are constantly bleeding because you throw up acid at some point, and you just feel so weak, and it's horrible. So every like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I did that, I was like, okay, I'm never gonna do this. I'm just gonna not eat at all, so, or as little as possible, so I don't have to throw up. That was my mental space. So I started restricting, going lower in calories and lower, because I really have a competitive mental state. So I thought, okay, get healthier, and then I worked out twice a day, before school and after school, and like once before and once after. And I started, I think, at 1500 calories, and I think if I can live good on 1500 calories, if I feel good, I can go lower and lower and lower. And usually when I hit like the 600, 500 mark, I could I could keep that at, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 days mostly, and then I would eat a lot, and that's when the binge eating started, and then I would throw that up again, and then I would tell myself, okay, you're never doing that again, because it hurts so much, and you're gonna restrict again, and then I started that again, and sometimes I had weeks in between where I ate normally, I trained normally, maybe counted calories. Sometimes I didn't even count calories, and I felt fine. Like, I still was depressed, but I felt fine. So that's why I never got help, because I thought, okay, you're just pretending. You're just pretending because you have weeks where you're totally fine, and like every girl is some kind of conscious about their body. So you just pretending to have an eating disorder. Like, even though I wasn't telling anyone, so why would I be pretending when I'm not telling anyone? But I just felt so invalid, and that went on for like 2 years, on and off. Like, sometimes I had a month or 2 in between where I felt fine and ate normally, and then I had again 2-3 months where I felt this horrible and threw up and restricted. And then last year, like pretty much exactly a year ago, I moved out from home, and my anorexia was so happy about that, because I thought, okay, now I can buy the food I want, now I can, or not buy food, now I can restrict as much as I want. And that was when the eating disorder really kicked in. Like, I didn't eat for 2-3 days. I I just ate grapes or fruit or anything that could help me lose weight, and it worked for like a week or two. And then my body was so malnourished and wanted nutrients that I binged on everything I had even though it was just like pasta or rice or anything like that, anything I could get my hands on, because I was so ravenously hungry. And I think the media always portrays anorexia as a fairy eating disorder where you just get skinny, and yes, of course you're a little hungry, but you're skinny and it's fine. It's not pretty, and it's not fine. And of course there are those girls that just don't eat and get skinny and whatever, but I assure you they feel shitty. No one gets an eating disorder just because they want to be skinny. There's always something behind that. And for me it was always about control. I felt like I didn't have control in my life, like I couldn't, like it was always a fear of the future for me. Like I didn't know what I'm gonna do in the future, and I felt so helpless and without control that I needed to control something, anything, and there was food for me. So there was beginning last year was horrible, and then summer last year was horrible, and then I had a good phase in October, November, and that was okay. I ate normally, and then December hit and it was horrible again, which really sucks because it was Christmas and I couldn't like eat with my family or anything, and it sucked. It sucked so badly, and that is also a thing. You isolate yourself so much because you're so scared to have to eat. My camera cut off. So yes, the isolating thing. It feels shitty because you're so scared to go out with friends, and because you don't want to eat, or you are scared you're gonna throw up afterwards because you ate, and it just feels horrible. And then like the beginning of this year, I had like the first 2 months were really bad, January and February, and then I had good months in January, February, in March and April it was okay, and then May came around, or like mid-April came around, and it got worse again. And it's always little things that can throw you off. It's just quarantine hit, I couldn't go to the gym anymore, and bam, anorexia was back. And by the way, I am diagnosed with anorexia. I was at my doctor's and she diagnosed me, so fuck off. If you say anything else, I got my doctor's note. So it's probably like, she just said, yeah, okay, you're anorexic, like all your symptoms are anorexic, like that's what it is. So, and I was like, no, because I was always like, no, I'm not skinny enough to be anorexic. And that was like in February, I think. I went to the doctors for some blood tests because I was so tired. Well, guess what, bitch? I was malnourished as fuck, so that's why I always was sleeping. So yeah, I went to the doctors in February, and she was like, okay, we're gonna do some blood work, and we'll have to see what goes on and stuff. And then I was like, okay, shit, because she said we have to do some blood work, any damage to your organs, and that really scared the shit out of me, because I never, like, I fainted because of my eating disorder, or small things like that are like, where I was like, okay, that's not that bad, my god, just drink something, eat something, and you're fine. But then she said, then she said the organ thing, and I was like, okay, I should get my shit together and try to get better. But I am still so scared of getting help, because I'm so scared of someone telling me, no, you're not skinny enough to have an eating disorder. No, you're not, I don't know, you're eating too much to have an eating disorder, anything like that. So I just didn't get help, and I tried to do it on my own, and it worked for a month again, a month and a half, and then end of April came around, and I got so anxious again, anxiety hit again, and depression hit, and because I haven't seen my family in months, and my friends, I haven't seen them in months, and it was just so bad. And I got so sad that I just turned to food again and tried to control that, because I was like, hey, I can't control the situation, so I'm gonna control this, because I know I can. I know I'm kind of good at this. Please always take those things with a grain of salt. Not trying to offend anyone. But yes, I did that, and then I ate again, like as little calories as possible, and I felt so weak and horrible and shitty. And then I was just like, I reached a point again where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to live anymore. Or like, for me it was more like I don't want to live anymore. Either I'm gonna change something, or I'm gonna let this eating disorder kill me. And as bad as that sounds, dying sounded better than living like this. Keep living like this. So I searched kind of for a way out. And I like had watched a documentary on Netflix a few months back, Game Changers. I bet all of you know it. But I watched that, and I was, even back then when I watched it, I was like, okay, yeah, like this vegan thing really sounds nice. But you know, not for me. I can't do vegan because my family loves dairy and meat and stuff like that, and I just can't do it. And so I dismissed it back then, and then Netflix recommended it again to me like 2 weeks ago, or like 10 days ago, 14 maybe, I don't know, like a while back. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna watch this again. So I watched it again, and I was like, those people seem so happy. Like, they seem so happy. It's like, you know, stupid camera shut off again. But yes, I think I was at the vegan thing. Yeah, those people in that documentary seemed so happy, and I was like, you know what, even though maybe some people say, okay, this is not healthy, for myself, I'm convinced it's the healthiest option, the healthiest eating in general, even if you don't have an eating disorder. But I thought, okay, this is a diet where I can still push my eating disorder, in the sense of restricting food, because I won't eat meat, dairy, you know, animal products, but at the same time there's still loads of variety what I can eat, and I hope to just slowly simmer down my eating disorder to just not be there anymore. And so that was like 10 days ago, where I decided to go vegan or plant-based, or like slowly transition, and it like went good. Like the first week was great, and I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of new recipes, which is also really mean, because I love cooking, I love baking, and to be someone with an eating disorder that loves cooking and baking is shitty, because you do all that food, you make all that food, and then no one eats it. So I decided to go vegan, like I just said, and it was great. Like I had so much energy, because like I bumped up my calories from like to the like 5 times the amount nearly, and I now eat around 2,000 calories. That's probably not even 5. No, it's not 5, it's 4. Damn it. 4 times the amount. But I eat like around 2,000 calories now. If I track, sometimes I try not to track, but then I panic and I still put it in. But yes, I did that, and I was really happy, and it really worked. And then today came around, and I had to go work an early shift, and I was so tired when I came home. So I ate something and I tried working out, but I didn't, like I couldn't because I just was so tired, but I couldn't nap because I have to get up tomorrow again really early, and if I nap now I can't sleep tonight. It's a whole thing. And I felt so bad because I couldn't work out that I looked in a mirror, the thing that reflects you, and the self-hatred, everything came back, and I was like, okay, and I panicked. I went into panic mode, and I was like, okay, do I purge now? Do I throw up everything I ate? Do I not eat tomorrow? Or do I not eat for the rest of the day? And I just went into panic mode. I had a panic attack or anxiety attack, whatever you want to call it, and I just stood in front of a mirror and cried, and it sucks so bad that looking at myself can make me feel so shitty that I want to destroy my body just to be thinner, just to be better, just to fit my expectations of what I'm supposed to look like or what I'm supposed to be able to do. And it sucks so bad. But silver lining to today, I didn't. Instead, I threw on this huge hoodie so I won't see my body anymore, which explains why I'm sitting in nearly 30-degree weather in a hoodie. And it's really hot, but it's better than the other options. And yes, that's I'm at right now. I still feel shitty, but I didn't give in to my eating disorder. So I guess the point of this probably over an hour long video is that I want to tell you, if I can do that, you can for sure too, because I'm the weakest bitch you will ever meet. I have no willpower, nothing. So yes, that's probably where I'm gonna leave this video off. Like probably I should tell you what I want to do with this channel, because this channel is literally called Getting Healthy with Elle. And I named it like that because I want to take you along on my journey with going plant-based, with working out, hopefully building some muscle, building muscle or losing fat or whatever, because I just want to get healthy, and I don't know, I want to show you that you can help yourself, I guess, or I hope I can show you. If I fail miserably, I am probably the example that you shouldn't do it on your own and get some help. But if you feel like you're not ready to talk to someone or get help, or you're just not able to get help because you can't afford it, or you can't, or it's not available in your country or anything like that, do it with me. Please, like, send me messages. I hope I'm gonna try to respond to as many as possible, and do it with me. We can encourage each other, I guess. And yes, that's what I'm gonna do with this channel. I'm gonna do what I eat in a day and how I train, maybe do some workout videos, but I'm really still self-conscious about my body because I don't have visible abs or like really slim thighs or like a thick booty that you can, like a round booty, like I pretty much have no booty. I just, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with this channel. Hopefully I have like a what I eat in a day planned from like a few days ago, where I was like really happy and just ate really good healthy vegan food and had fun trying recipes. I don't know, like I'm just so scared that people are going to judge me for what I eat, that I eat too much, or maybe too little, but I don't think so because I eat a lot in that video. So yes, I'm wanna say fuck it, but I'm a very scared person. So I try to be brave and put this video out, so I can't let myself down and I can't let you guys down that see this video. So yes, I hope I don't know, entertained you. I hope you heard this video in the background and I didn't bore you or anything. If you want to stick around, you're welcome to. I don't think anyone, after me talking for like probably an hour, is gonna stick around, but I would be happy if you do. And yes, I send you sunshine and love and light and peace and whatever there is. And I'm gonna see you hopefully next time. Bye guys.